Not sure how you can make a difference in the upcoming elections in November? With Vote Forward, you can write letters to voters in key states. And I'm going to walk you through the entire process from beginning to end. For politics that don't get overwhelming, subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell so you get notified every week when I upload a new video. Hola, I am Silvia Salazar from Tono, Latino, and my mission is to increase the Latino voter turnout in the United States and also our political activism. I inform thousands of people about politics and show them easy ways they can be politically active. Today, I'm going to talk to you about something super easy you can do, especially if you don't have the ability, capability, or desire to fly over to a swing state to register new voters. But thanks to Vote Forward, you can write letters to voters for the November election. And I'm going to walk you through the entire process from beginning to end. Hola, let me show you how you can register to write letters to voters in key districts of the United States. Visit voteforwardfwd.org. Now, when you go here, you can either register with Google, register with Facebook, or enter your email. Now we're going to go check our inbox. Here we go. We received a request and register. Welcome to Vote Forward. Do you pledge to vote in every election? Yes, and I hope you're answering the same thing. Now, are you open to being contacted by our friends at Swing Left? Swing Left is a wonderful organization that focuses on key districts in the United States to flip them from red to blue. Now, one last step, you can provide your social media handles so that you get approved very quickly. Oh, it might take between 12 and 36 hours to get approved. So that's it. Comment below and tell me which state you're going to pick so you can write letters to voters and encourage them to vote in the upcoming November election. If all of this sounds awesome but it's too easy for you, then check out this video that I did about other ways you can be politically active from home. Once you're accepted into Vote Forward's program, you can log in and there's a dashboard with a bunch of options that you can pick. Now, I've already picked some, but I'm going to walk you through what the process looks like. For each state, you have a couple of options. For instance, you have a campaign that targets traditionally underrepresented voters that are unlikely to move, so they're probably going to stay where they are, and they're also unlikely to vote. The other option is to target Democratic-leaning registered voters that are also unlikely to move and unfortunately unlikely to vote. So you can pick any of these. For example, let's pick Florida. It tells me that I should mail the letters on a certain date, and you get to adopt 5 voters or 20 voters. Like I said, I already adopted some, so that's why it's saying adopt 5 more or 20 more. When that happens, you get assigned the number of voters you chose, and here's the very, very important part. You need to follow through because those names that were assigned to you will not get assigned to anybody else, so these people don't get a bunch of different letters from a bunch of different people because it gets intense and you don't want that, right? Once you decide to adopt them, it is your responsibility to write these letters and mail them in time for the election. Now, I would encourage you to mail the letter a little bit before, not a lot of time before, a little bit before the deadline here in case there are any delays with the mail, especially in an election where we will probably see more people voting by absentee ballot, voting by mail because of this pandemic. You're going to print these letters. This is what they look like. Dear, you fill out the name. I'm writing to you today because of this. And you explain why it's important for you to vote in every election. There's a code that they can put into their website if they want to opt out of future mailings and also to get any kind of election information. And that's it. Head over to my website at tonolatino.com/vote. The link is in the description below. That way you can register with Vote Forward and start sending letters to voters for the November election. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up so YouTube shares it with more people. And remember, subscribe and turn on the bell so you get notified every week when I upload another video. Nos vemos pronto. Un abrazo.